Okay, hi guys! Welcome back sa among podcast sa Bitog-Bitog University. Today, guwapo kay among venue. Kaya na-invite me sa usa ka another cafe. Actually, mabasa man ninyo sa Chef Carmine's. Carmine's na. Pero nagpa-cute karon ang akong kauban karon.
Oo. Kasi may yaw mabirahan ako birthday ni Donna. Hi! Charis.
Kauban siyempre nakapink karon wa siya naka-prepare pag ingon nako nga
Pagalang-galang tayo today.
Yes, kauban si Sam, of course, Bernie Bitok-Bitok here, ang mga tag-iya, and technically second branch na din nila ni. Kaya ang ilang first branch na mismo sa SM Uptown. Okay. And ito talaga kabalo ka in fairness, ang mga Pilipino now medyo ga-adapt na gyud sa mga lahi-lahi nga mga taste.
Ana.
Sa ubang nasod ba. Before, I remember yun before, barang nagitay sometimes problema na kanabang gastik yun ta sa mo taste lang ta or mutilaw lang ta sa lahi nga lasa nga cuisine or cuisine ba tawag na o lahi nga mga nasod. Then after that, adili yun dili gyud tagyapon balik sa atong
correct.
But in fairness now, dagan na may nanggawas, nanay mga Japanese food, nanay mga Korean food. And usa sa favorite karon sa mga Pilipino kaning Italian.
Yes.
Italian food. So kauban nato mismo sila. Di daw sila prepare, dili sila anad-ani, pero napugos lang gyud sila. Kaya ang ilang gustong invitation, ribbon cutting ramang gyud. Taingon ko nga dili pwede kay nakabit-bit ko sa akong mga gamit. Kauban nato si Kit. Kung asang yung apelido nasa lamisa. Unsa pagbasa day?
Joshua.
Unsaon ang lips?
Sige. Very close. Very close.
Joshua.
Joshua. Hey guys! Dili, mag-unit tayo ng inyong Omega.
At syempre, the beautiful si Miss Donna. Ma'am, thank you very much. Sayang attire ka rin pag siya naka-prepare.
Actually.
Wala pa siya naka-prepare.
Hindi siya naka-prepare.
Okay. Anyway. Congratulations to your second branch.
Thank you.
The first branch was when it started man mga 1 year na ba? Tama ba ko?
December of the last year.
December of last year. Wow. At least dili na human na pandemic.
Correct.
Human na, no?
Correct.
Tapos located borag under sa may ano lang escalator.
Right next to KFC, under the escalator, you'll see it there. It's pretty easy to see.
Si Kit is really an Italian guy. Tama, sir. Then kaniyang pangalan nga Chef Carmine is your
That was my grandfather.
So lolo nga na recipe. So borag napasa. Tama ba? Gipasa.
It's about 4 generations old now.
Wow.
Tingala ko nagbisaya ko pero mutubag sa kasabot na nagbisaya.
Kasabot na Bisaya.
Depende.
Kabalo nagbisaya day. To be honest day, kay dili din nila first, kay ang ilag yung first business is technically travel agency.
Yeah. Amori World of Travel on Lapasan.
Tapos ang major dayon kani is your first nga food business.
Yes.
Now wait, so nay uban magpaitalan Italian ng mga resto na maghimayangana. So ikaw, Kit, are you really a chef or giton animo ni or kaning imo ang gibuhat is really from your grandpa gyud nga? Kit, I'll give you this recipe. Please bring this to the Philippines.
Actually, I started fooling around with it during pandemic, and it started taking hold, and so I just put together a small menu at first, and then that was taking hold, and then we started originally at the North Wing, and when it was still under construction, and it was showing favor, so then we moved into SM.
Nice.
Yeah. It started actually during the pandemic because
In the kitchen.
at home for like delivery only actually.
Delivery
At the
lang.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, because his first business is the Amore World of Travel,
Okay.
which is a travel agency. But when the airports closed down for how many months and perhaps
Tungod sa
it was
pandemya, no? Tungod sa pandemya,
oo.
okay.
So he was worried. Unsa naman atong So ato ang kanon, o say ako ang i-provide for the family because of course, lalaki baya pod ni. So, mo provide gyud siya bisan pagkuan. So, di gyud ni mo sugot nga walay ikuan. So, that's when he decided na, okay, honey, let's do grandpa's recipe na lang.
Wait. So,
Give it a
ang
try.
klaro ani Miss Donna. So, ang iyang mga nilutuan, ikaw exclusive to first sa inyong family.
Family
So,
only.
ikaw ra gyud sa for
My-
family.
My grandfather always told me just make it and share it. You know,
Yeah.
that's what he said.
So,
but-
dili technically for business yun.
No. All the recipes, it's just for family. During birthdays, mga celebrations namo, he will always cook. We even have the kids be involved nga maghimo sad at the same time.
Chef in the house.
Everybody, every time magkaon sila, it's, this is different but it's very yummy. Oo. So then that's when later on pag pandemic nakaana na gid siya, sige, let's try it, put it in the public instead of just the family. So that's where we started. Oo.
Well, I was getting a little bit tired of all my friends saying, "You should sell this. You should sell this. You should sell
So
this."
ever since di ay nanay mong ingon nga, sige na, ikuha
And
na
I'm like,
may-
"How many times I told you?" Grandfather said no. You know, like that.
He's been here for 15 years na baya. So,
okay.
oo,
More than kabalo-balo na mabisay din na mabaligya kay 15
Baligya
years
pa kahan?
na. Mabaligya, dili na.
You say it. Dili na. You
Unsa?
say it. Dili.
Mabaligya pa ka?
Wala ko balo.
So that's why technically gihimo na lang yun ang business. Ana na lang
Yeah,
yun.
oo.
So, wait. Kani ba nga recipe technically there's a like a menu, a list of ingredients or experience lang in the mind?
Wow.
From the
So
heart.
you were just actually observing what your grandpa is doing.
That's what I did as a child. I mean, he would sometimes he'll be angry or sapwat, as we say all the time. He'll be like, "Back up, you'll get burned," you know, because he's a heavy set, very big. And but just by learning from watching as a child, because there's no written on the no
So
paper.
wala gi ka ng burag cookbook nga gibotang. So,
That's why I do. I cook it in small, and
Actually,
then like that.
yeah, it's small, but I remember when we first started dating, or maybe midway sa among dating, and during Thanksgiving, the family will invite. So I always tell him, honey, maybe you should, because the sister is Kim, his older sister was the one nga gahimo og sauce, and it's lami pud gyud, no? But it's for the family. So I told him, why not try to make it yourself? Oo. So then, motong di pa kanya ma-master and everything. Of course, naa sa iyang mind. You have it on your mind or something na you know how to, but he needed guidance. So si dad pa ang nagsulat sa paper on what is the requirement, the ingredients, but it was only for a small serving.
so ginagmay lang sa...
So ginagmay for the family, sharing lang. I remember, di ba? Remember Dad's paper?
yeah.
In his handwriting. So we still have that one. That's how we start when pag-uyab pa namo at the time. Oo. So later on, of course, while uyab me, from time to time, you make it or something, just there in the US pa. And then until we got married, then we did it during the family gathering and everything. So, nang yung mga test run, ana-ana. So, na-master na.
So, Kit, all of the recipe in the menu right now is imo gina original.
They're all mine. Yes,
Original.
original, all mine.
And legit.
Either from family related beginnings or from I have around 12 years experience of cooking professionally in my younger years, and of course I usually put myself around Italian cuisine because it's your roots, so that's where I stayed.
So, murag, klaro gini nga mo gini ang legit na may Italian food. Authentic. What?
Dapat laisyo ta din dapat social. Yes.
Authentic.
But also I want to change people's perception of Italian food, because some people tend to think of it as it's too expensive, or this and that, and then they think of the chandelier in the restaurant and the old big guy in the corner just the old godfather looking guy. And so for me, I just want to make it, because anybody who's been to New York, I think they're going to feel it when they come in here, because that's what I was trying to capture, that nice little spot where you walk by, you're like, what's that smell when I come in? And then when they come in, they're like, oh man, this is pretty cool.
Tama. Pagsulod pa lang nato, medyo nasimutan na nato, no? And kanilang, pag may magugkaog, authentic, legit, syempre, namatas Pilipinas,
Correct.
how's the ingredients? So many na imported or na ba
alternate.
ang uban ba it's
We're-
available in the Philippines?
I'd say around 90%, 93% of everything that we need to use is is from local people,
Okay.
and we like supporting local businesses here too. So the first thing I do when I'm looking for something is find it locally first, especially here in CDO or surrounding areas. You know, that's just something.
Yeah, it's here per se, but we have a supplier that is from like some Italian stuff coming in, but the supplier is here lang.
Yeah, I'm asking manggod kay siyempre ang kalami, di ba?
Yeah.
Bawod sa may. Kay maybe manggod nga ang mga ingredients or pwede nato ni buhaton ni nganay, but ang problema di ay kay lahi man ang lasa kay lahi ra gid ang sagol ang ingredients. So medyo
Mix
maka-assure jud ta nga mao gyud ni siya
Mix siya, of course,
authentic.
the pork, the chicken, the rina,
Yeah.
all the produce, but there are some na imported from the supplier.
But honestly, if you want to talk about other Italian places, I'm not doing anything or using anything too different than what, you know, because that's the nice thing about Italian. It's really good, but it's just not overly difficult. You know, you just got to do it right. And it's just the way I do it is maybe different from how other people might do it, but I use mostly the same stuff that other people are using.
Very good. Ngano day tuod ma'am pag wing kag Italian food it's more on kasagat mo ng pasta.
It's Mediterranean food, you know. I mean, the pasta is good for carbs, energy, but then you got your protein, you know, for muscle, and I mean, and it just tastes good.
All right. Then, in fairness, how you guys adjusted, in fairness to the taste ba kay ang mga Pinoy ra ba hilig ra ba ka ng tamis nga
Yes.
klase nga pasta, di ba yung ana ba? So, well, actually, a while ago, before ta nag-record, si Kit nag-ingon na sa ako nga, in fairness to the Filipinos now,
Yeah.
medyo nag-adapt na po gyud ta sa Italian taste.
But because the Filipino palate has changed quite a bit, I figured my palate should change as well. So, like I said, I really just try to walk the line between the tamis and the bold flavor, because I think that's where you call it the sweet spot, because that's where the Filipinos really said, they told me, they're like, even just in the past few days, they're like, man, that's really good, sir, because, you know, they'll see me or something. I'm like, thank you guys, I appreciate it.
So, now, nagsugod lang sa testing, gitistingan, a year after, nanadal mo yung second branch, and I heard na napakay gusto pa nga may tabo, and you're dreaming for a larger and
Yeah.
full-blown yun nga resto.
We're aiming that right now for a full service concept. Like that, yeah.
And actually, we're happy that you're introducing the, you know, authentic. Tama, ganun ko sa mga word niya, authentic na Italian food diri sa diri sa Cagayan de Oro.
We're going to have an expanded menu soon.
Okay.
But we want to stay with a lot of the main staples first.
Okay.
Let people try that and see, you know, how they're receiving it. But I just want to let people know that it is absolutely 100% authentic Italian.
How will you maintain the kuan ba? The taste and of course the quality. Kay of course, you'll not be here forever. So kay mga trabahante, then what's your assurance na bisag dili ikaw the same gyapon ang taste?
Because we are, especially me with this, very hands-on, always checking for quality, always making sure that the bar, I mean, because we like to travel, so I make sure, I always tell them, even if I'm next to you, up the street, or on the other side of the planet, I said, you just pretend like I'm right there, you know, staring, you know, there with you. And
Pretend lang daw, pretend lang.
my team is really, they are the heart of the machine, and you know, I've trained each one of them at some point individually, and then they pass it to their next protege. I make sure each one of them has a protege to show that they can pass on what I taught them. So
In fairness to you, at least imong gina-share gihapon ang nga nila. In fairness, kita lugar ganahan man tagay, for example, na another food business, makahatag og trabaho.
Correct.
Tapos in fairness also, you guys introduce a different type of kwan ba nga nang lahi na pud nga pagkaon, lahi pud nga taste. So this is also nice. Then ako po nga na sa Uptown, nalipay sa ko nga na sila sa Uptown, dol-dol ra ko. So pwede na ra ko textan for discount, alam mo na ako dili ba. Sa gwapo,
discount.
nagwapo mo ng ambience dili kay just small and social. Basic lang, lastly, before tayo mag-invite and isyon sa kasi texture, sa tayo kaunon din, ano yun, kamulo pa man, no? When you say Italian food, basically, what's in it? Unsay naa when you say Italian food?
well, I wouldn't say what's in it, but when you talk about Italian, you're talking about what your senses might interpret for Italian. You know, you want that when you just, and you know, you smell it. You know, you smell that nice, you know, chicken smell, nice crispy, or just the bowl of sauce. You know that smell when you walk into.
How would you
an
describe the taste of an Italian food? Like, it's
Honestly, I would say it's a nice punch. It's a nice punch in your nose.
Okay.
It'll give you, because you're gonna smell it, and that's where you know you're like, oh, I know that smell. And especially other Filipinos who've traveled, especially to Italian, I've had them tell me. They told me they liked my food more than the one they had in Italy too when they had that one. Because my family does hail from Naples area.
Okay.
That's where the roots of the family is. And honestly, just like I said, you're in your bacolod. It's very competitive there with your pizza sauce and your spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
So it's important to have it, and I learned it, and like I said, I just want to bring something to the Filipino people here.
Good. So, in fairness, to us Cagayannons, we should be lucky nga at least na kita
Yes.
mga panlaban.
Naate pa.
Kayo sa to? Sa to?
Offense.
Yan. Murag na bastos na lagi kadugayan ng sila. Authentic.
Ay, nangin mo ang dalunggan ka,
Mas nila may
Actually, mas nilami ito siya. Mas nilami ito siya. Authentic.
You guys are available online?
Yes.
So, Facebook, I mean,
Food Panda.
Food Panda, Grab.
Food.
Okay.
Yes.
And we do have modest space, but yeah, I don't have a function room here, but I am willing to like rent the place out, top floor and bottom.
Why
you know,
not?
for small events, medium events.
Uh-huh.
Because we had an event earlier and everybody was pretty comfortable. There was around
So
25,
actually,
30
Borag,
people.
dos andanas ang
Yeah.
kanisa na second floor. So,
Can-
pwedeng gini pang exclusive. Labi na karon pa December na. Pwede ra din, ano?
Yeah.
But for small parties.
But before ending, I just wanted people to know that when you step into Chef Carmine's, you know where you are, but you feel like you're somewhere else. You know, and that's what I'm really going for.
May sad na tagline. You know where you are. So to, pag-iotro, wala na ko na kon.
You know where you are.
Aha.
Next, please.
But you feel you're somewhere else. You feel like you're somewhere else.
Kabalo kaasa ka, naka sa uptown.
Yes.
Pero pag ang experience nimo, mura kang nasa laing lugar.
Yes.
Di pus. Mo lagi
Ko kaulat daw yun. Nagpasanan yung luto di ha.
So, yun. So, ma'am, please invite them na mubisita din sa atong place diri.
Yes, please check us out. Chef Carmine's here in Condotel, and then we also have the SM branch. Of course, you can always do it at your own homes. Just order through Food Panda or Grab, or even you can call us directly, and then
Yeah, we're going to be offering a curbside too. You know, if you call up, take care of it. We can bring it to your car if you don't want to get out. You know, we just want people, if you're tired of the traffic, come pull in, get something, you know, wait for the traffic to get thin, things like that.
Okay.
Sometimes I do it if I crave Italian food. This is for me. That's like the go-to good.
And I get surprised because I look and I'm like, there's no sobra. Every customer, it's like, it's always finished. And I'm just like, wow.
That's what you call patay gutom. Patay gutom ang tawag yan. Wala na bilin? Patay gutom.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. Kid, congratulations.
Thank you.
And for
Thank you very
more resto.
Yeah.
And hopefully we are invited again.
Hopefully we're going to have something down in the city next. You know, we have up here and now down in the city, hopefully soon.
And of course, the beautiful wife, Miss Don, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sad. Thank you,
Salamat
Sad
kayo.
for
And that's it.
Thank you.
So, di wala kami nagay istorya kay gusto na po may mga on.
Actually.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Humot na kayo.
Humot na kayo.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.